Hi everyone, here is Tarek from GPTpanda. I have here a dataset of financial receipts and I need to extract certain values from each receipt. I need to know the company name, the date, address, and total. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to use GPTpanda to extract this information in two different ways, using prompting and using a fine-tuned model. Okay? So let's start by launching the GPTpanda extension. In case you don't have it yet, head to gptpanda.com. You can see the tutorials, you can sign up for free, you'll get some free credit, and then you can install the extension and start experimenting with it. Here, as you can see, is my extension. And you can see here my datasets and my fine-tuned models. So back to our dataset, as you can see, I have plenty of examples, all completed already. So over 100 examples. So the first way to actually extract this information from the receipts is using simple prompting, which is enabled by GPTpanda. So we have a very simple function, as you can see here. It's my GPT, and then you can put any prompt that you wish. So in this case, I just use this simple prompt. Extract the company name from the following receipt, and then I gave the number of the cell that they want. Okay, so that gave me a very good result. I did a similar thing for the date. I got a good result for the address and even for the total. So perfect. It actually works very, very well, and I don't need to fine-tune a model to get these results. However, there are some advantages for fine-tuning a model, even though the prompt works very well here. So first, as you can notice, or as you can see here, whenever for every single variable, I'm giving the whole text is part of the prompt, which means I'm actually using a lot of words, a lot of credits, which could be quite expensive, especially if I have, now I have 4, but sometimes you might have like 10, 20 different variables that you want to extract from the text. Okay, so that might really add up and become expensive. In this case, fine-tuning can save you money, because with fine-tuning, you give the input text once, and it generates for you an output for all the variables. Of course, you should use it as a part of the training dataset, and then it will work this way. So that's the first advantage for fine-tuning a model here. And the second advantage is if we want to have more consistent output. So as you can see here, the dates are quite messy. So we have like so many different formats in the date. It's simply extracting whatever is in the receipt. The same goes here for the total, maybe also for the address. You might want to have a consistent output. And with the prompt, it's really hard to have consistent output. But if you fine tune, like if you clean this dataset and make it all in the way you wish, then the fine-tuned model will give you a consistent output. So let's see, in case we want to fine-tune a model with this dataset, how do we do it? 2 steps. Step number 1, we add a new dataset. So we mark all the data that we are including. You notice here, I didn't include the labels. I skipped the labels. That's very important because they might affect the training process. And second, I'm gonna highlight all the data together. So not separate columns, but all together. And by default, the first column to the left will be regarded as input. All the rest will be outputs. So now I'm gonna, let's say, mark the first 100 examples. I'm gonna give it a name here and add a dataset. Once the dataset is added, I can see how many words it has and whether it was used or not. If I want to use it to fine-tune a model, I just click here. Then the fine-tuning model will appear here with the status pending. In this case, I have already fine-tuned a model on this dataset, and I have it here completed or succeeded. I copy it and let's see how it works. So we come here. We have also a separate formula for fine-tuned models, also starting with my GPT. then comma, because I don't need an example anymore. I use a cell number for the input, comma, and then I paste the name of the fine-tuned model, and don't forget to paste it between two quotation marks. That's super important, otherwise it won't work. Okay, now you can see it, it should work. Let's go. Perfect. So the model is working. It gave us the name of the company, the date, the address, and the total. And as you can see, it gave us all these outputs at once with one single input. I hope that was helpful. Let us know in the comments if you have similar data set that you would like to use it to fine-tune a model.